welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Katrina, also known as Princess K if you are new here, and I am back with another review for you guys. So Norvina is finally giving us a palette of her own. It is a beautiful palette, purple of course, representing herself and everything that screams Norvina. So I'm going to be doing some swatches. I'm going to be creating a look for you guys and just kind of just talking and, you know, like hanging out with you guys and catching up because I know it's been a while. I just need to give my skin a chance to breathe. So I took a little vacay break or whatever, but I am back and ready to attack. So if you want to see all of that good stuff like swatches and me creating this look and just talking, go ahead and continue to watch this video. So Anastasia Beverly Hills is going to be launching quite a few items on July 17th. They're coming out finally with a Norvina palette. They're coming out with a new liquid lipstick shade. They're coming out with some new glosses, and also they are extending their liquid glow. More so for the like darker skin tone, they came out with some new shades for their liquid glow. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the Norvina palette. So this is what the outside packaging looks like. This is kind of like their standard packaging for like all of their kits, kind of like that, I don't know, velvet or suede feeling to the palette. And then it has Norvina on it. I like that they really keep it really simple and just like sleek, and like here it is. Now open it up and experience the magic. This is what you're here for. It's really the eyeshadows. That's what you're here for. So this is the Norvina palette right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple swatches for you guys. They've already posted some swatches on like Instagram and Twitter and all of that stuff. So if you do want to see what they look like on other skin tones, you can go ahead and check that out. So I'm gonna be doing my swatches a little bit differently this time. Instead of doing it on the back of my hand like I always do, I'm actually going to be doing it on the back of my arms just to see how it swatches, if that makes any difference. So I'm not gonna swatch everything. I'm just gonna swatch a couple of the mattes and a couple of the shimmers just to show you guys how they perform in swatches, but it's really about how they perform on the eyelid. But I'm gonna do it anyway. So I want to start off by swatching Eccentric and then Passion. Those are the two like first matte shades that kind of like catch my eye. Obviously they're gonna be like transition and crease colors, so I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those first, but these are the two colors that I'm going to swatch for you guys. These ones right here. So the first color I'm gonna do is that Passion color that I just talked about, and I'm going to take that right here. So that is what the Passion color looks like. Next I'm gonna do Eccentric. That is Eccentric, and I want to do Soul next, which is kind of like a blue shade. That is Soul. I'm gonna do this color next called Soul. That is Soul, like my soul, like take my soul, like that's the color Soul. I want to do Love, which is a pink shade. So there are a couple of the matte shades. This one is kind of like a flesh tone, but it is kind of like an orange shade. But those are some of the swatches. I'm gonna do a couple of these shimmers at the top. I'm probably gonna do Rose Gold, Celestial, Dazzling, and this one over here in the corner. Whenever I used to get eyeshadow palettes when I first started doing makeup, I didn't want to touch them. I was just like, no, it's too pretty, I don't want to ruin it, and I would just like get it to look at it. But now I'm like, let me get in here and see how this works and all of that. So I'm gonna continue on down here. So this one is Drama, which is kind of like that plum shade. Oh, that's beautiful. The next one I'm gonna do Wild Child, which is a pink shade. These are so creamy, like just like swirling them around, they're just so creamy, these shimmers. This is Dreamer. Definitely blinding. Oh my gosh. And then That dreamer is beautiful. I just want to zoom on the back of my arm so I have a little bit more room. But there are a couple of the swatches, a couple of the mattes from like right here, and then 2 of the shimmers on the ends. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into creating a look for you guys. So the first color that I want to go into is this eccentric color down here. I want to take that as my transition color and kind of just see how it applies in my lid. Now if you do follow them on Instagram, they kind of sneak peeked some of the tutorials, so I already do have a tutorial coming out with them, so I do want to make this one a little bit different. I don't want to do the same exact one unless you guys do later on in time want to see like a full-on tutorial of the look I created with them. Then I can obviously do that, but I want to do a different look this time around. So to apply that, I'm going to be using an Anastasia 825 brush. Now, when I swatched this one, I did mention earlier that it kind of was like a flesh color, which is fine by me because it is a transition color and it's kind of like setting my concealer or my primer in place. So this doesn't really bother me. So this is actually fine, and this is just gonna help like prep me for the colors that I'm going to be using. So the next color I want to go into is this kind of like blue color, and this is the color Soul. Well, I guess it's not, it's kind of like a bluish purple color in a way. So I'm going to go into that color, and I'm going to be using an Anastasia A10 brush. And I'm keeping this just a little bit higher. I don't want to take it down into my lid, so I'm putting this kind of like as another transition color, I want to say, but also bringing it a little bit down into my crease. So this Soul color is kind of like a, it's not really shimmer, but it does kind of have that like, I don't know, like not a pressed shimmer, but it's not an all the way matte, if that makes sense. It kind of has a little bit of that, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you can still definitely use it as a transition color. I'm mixing that shade Volatile and then the shade Passion. I want to mix those two just to deepen it up a little bit because I feel like this one will be dark enough, but it's kind of a redder color, and I don't want to make this, you know, I don't want to take away from the pigment of the blue. I just want to deepen it up a little bit and kind of like smoke it. So I'm going to try to mix the two and see what happens. Yeah, those two shades together kind of in a weird way turned into like a plum color, which I am not mad at. So you can definitely see the difference between the two. Those two colors kind of just like deepened up that blue a lot. This one was just like pop, and this one is kind of just like a smoked out look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other. Real quick, I'm gonna take that blue shade Soul on my bottom lash line, and I'm gonna mimic exactly what I did to the top, and I'm gonna do that on the bottom as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use that same concealer and create a cut crease, but for this cut crease I am going to kind of like exaggerate the shape of my lid. I'm not just going to follow the simple shape right here. I'm kind of going to bring it up to give like a more dramatic, you know, shape and make my lid look big, because you know Norvina has these incredibly like deep set beautiful eyelids. Like I have like the best space for makeup, so I want to, you know, like make it look a little bit bigger than it already is or actually is. So yeah, when I'm doing this technique, I kind of like to work at a certain, you know, pace. I don't really drag it. I kind of just place it in the areas, if that makes sense. So the first color I want to start out with is Dazzling. I'm going to swatch that really quick and show you guys because I don't think I swatched it earlier, but it is this color right here. So it is kind of like a pink champagne type of color. So I'm going to pop that in the inner corner of my eye. And the next color I'm going to go into is this purple shade right here that I swatched earlier, which was a Celestial. And then the last shade I'm going to go into is this color right here, the Drama color, which was that dark like plum shimmer shade. There's not a lot of fallout from this. Like, I'm going straight from the shimmers to my eye, and it's not that bad. It's not nothing that is like, you know, gonna cause any problems. So that is always a win. So I went ahead and added some liner and lashes, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the eye look. The color I want to take in the inner corners of my eyes is this color Dreamer right here. I actually swatched that one for you guys earlier. So I'm gonna take that in the corner of my eyes, and I'm gonna be using an Anastasia A14 brush to do that. So I took it a little bit further out and a little bit further down just to make it a little bit more dramatic than usual, and to bring more attention to my eyes and just to make it pop a little bit more. I'm really liking this look. I kind of like when I get the chance to like step out of my comfort zone and create looks that I wouldn't do on a regular basis. So I'm happy that she came out with this palette. It's kind of like a cool toned but still got some warm colors in there, and still has some like shimmers and like pop colors. So I like that it's kind of different from the actual other palettes that she has came out with. This one definitely is Norvina. It says Norvina because she always has like these cool tone colors on, and kind of like these grays and like muddy colors. So this is definitely a Norvina palette, and I like it because it's not your average palette. So I'm loving this look so far. I'm doing a little bit different, and I think actually too I'm gonna pop that color Summer right into the under part of my eye. So the next item that is coming out July 17th along with the Norvina palette is the extension shades of the Liquid Glow. Now these colors right here, oh, she looks so good. You see her look. So these shades right here are actually geared more towards darker skin tones, women of color. These are kind of just more shades for our complexion, but I'm sure if you're lighter, you'll actually be able to pull these off too. But these are just some added shades to the actual like Liquid Glow collection that they already have. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the 3 for you, and then I'm gonna pick one and apply it to my face. So there are 3 new shades. There is Patina, Penny, and a Rose Gold. So I'm gonna start off by swatching Rose Gold. So that is what the Rose Gold one looks like. Obviously you don't need a lot when you're applying it, but I just want to show you guys the pigment of it is Patina. I am just squirting out a lot, unnecessary. That is Patina, which is more gold than the Rose Gold one. Oh wow, that is woo beautiful. That one right there, you like, I don't know if you can really see it, but it is like a yellow gold. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. So that is the new extension shade. So you have your kind of like gold, bronze gold, and a rose gold color. These released on the 17th. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the color Rose Gold. And the way I like to do this, because they do dry a little faster, and usually when I'm applying like a liquid glow or an illuminator, I kind of do it right after I do my concealer before I put on my powder and stuff. So I'm doing this after I've applied my powder. So I'm gonna be using a damp beauty blender to do this, and I'm going to dab it on the back of my hand. I'm gonna dab it on the back of my hand like that. You don't need a lot, I'm going to like just like disperse it a little bit more on the back of my hand as well. Move it around, and then I'm going to take the bottom of my beauty blender and I'm going to tap it in there. So see how it kind of, instead of you just applying it to your face and then it gets stuck and it's harder to blend out, this just actually makes it a little bit more easier to move around your face and kind of control where it's moving, and you know, just the overall application of it is just a lot better, and this is just so pretty on my skin tone. So the last items that they are coming out with on the 17th is a liquid lipstick. This is the color of Violet. They're coming out with a new shade in the liquid lipstick. This is obviously to complement the Norvina palette. They are also coming out with some glosses, and they kind of have like that duochrome type of look to them. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch just a couple of them, but I'm going to be applying this one. But I do just want to show you guys what they are coming out with. So the two colors that I'm going to be swatching on the back of my hand for you are these two shades right here. The top one is called Venus, and this one down here is called Freya. Swatch it on the back of my hand. She looks like, if you can see her, she kind of has like a green accent to it. She has some pinks in there as well, if you guys can see. They do have some video swatches on their page, so you can go ahead and check those out and see how they actually look once applied to your lips. And they have a dark skin model on there showcasing them, and they have a lighter skin tone model showcasing the lip glosses as well. But this one is Venus. That is what she looks like. I don't know if you can really see the comparison of the two, but Venus, which is down here, is more on the peach tone, and this one is kind of like a gold green type of color, if you can really see. But yeah, just make sure that you check out the actual like swatch videos that they have of them, so you can actually like see what they look like, because it's really kind of hard sometimes to show these kind of like duochrome glosses. If you guys can see, maybe that's a little bit better, but they do like give off some pinks and yellows and stuff like that. So for today's video, I am going to be using that purple shade, which is incredibly pretty, and I think it'll just like complement this look. Okay, my love, so this is the final look for the Norvina palette in the Liquid Glow and the lipstick. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I guess this is more so just like a demo rather than a like full in-depth like review. Anastasia Beverly Hills and Norvina always deliver, you know, other than the mishap that happened with the subculture. Other than that, all of their other palettes are just amazeballs, and the quality of it. So I actually had a really easy time and fun time creating this look, something different. I'm happy that she came out with a palette that represents herself and her style, but also caters to other skin tones as deep as mine, with how, you know, like fair skin she is, and I'm still able to create bomb looks with the palette. So I'm actually really happy for this palette and excited for it to come out. So this palette is releasing July 17th. All the information that you need to know you can find on Anastasia Beverly Hills website, Instagram, Twitter. But yeah, like I always tell you guys, watch for the reviews, try the palette out. I'm sure to be in stores sooner than later after it releases on their website. So go in there, like play with it, swatch it, try it out, see if it's something that you want to invest your money into. I'm gonna go into some slow-mos for you guys after this and kind of get a close-up on the eyes in the face, so you guys can get a better idea of what it looks like, because I know that my lights can be a little bit bright sometimes and you can't really see the true color of the eyeshadows. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I was able to give you a little bit more information and show you that this is POC friendly, this is women of color friendly. So I will see you guys next time, but before you go, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell button, hit the like button, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time.